you have quite a locker room filled with alpha males down there. I mean,
Oof, you're telling me.
So how do you instill that in such a young dynamic? I
Sure.
think that you guys exemplify that in the NFL. And alpha males like Jalen Ramsey, just obviously for one. How do you instill that sensibility in your locker room?
Rich, it's tough and challenging from a standpoint of, the way that, maybe yourself or myself, the way we were raised in the profession, and guys that or coaches that we played for, or, when I first got started in the league. And I think that, when I left the New Orleans Saints to go back to Syracuse to take the head job there, then I went back out into the communities and the homes of a lot of these young men and just realized that, with social media and things, things are different. And I think it's a fine line of letting your players be who they are, and at the same point, making sure that we do have team chemistry and that team comes first. So, basically trying to, manage that situation is something that I think, all of us are challenged with in this day and age.
Does last year's sit down of Leonard Fournette fall in that category at all?
That's kind of what, my past has been, and just trying to make sure that the rules apply to everyone. Again, it was an unfortunate incident, and one that we all can learn from, including myself. I'm continuously learning. But I got a funny story for you. So
go for it.
One of the players that you mentioned before, had come out and said something, publicly, and kind of bulletin board material. And so I just, I bring him in and I say, hey, listen, what about those comments? How do you feel? It's like, well, Coach, I was just so fired up, and I just felt like saying that, and I just how I feel, and maybe it's something that I shouldn't have said, but it just came out of my mouth. And then all of a sudden he goes, but you know what, Coach? The way I look at it, you probably want to say it, and you can't because you're the head coach, so I'm saying it for you. I said, whoa, don't be turning that around on me. You know what I'm saying? And going like that. But, it's one of those things. I think it's a fine line. You're always trying to educate, but at the same sense, you don't want, like you said, we've got a lot of talented kids. You don't want to, limit their expression.
You're talking, so Jalen Ramsey is your de facto new...
I'm not mentioning any names there, Rich.
He's your new spokesman for the Jags.
Honestly, I know that's what you're thinking. I said, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but come on.
Now,
and you know what? We have to learn at times to embrace that as a team. If someone says something or someone believes in something, then, we're all accountable to, back that player up. And that's something that I think I try to find a positive, whereas I think a lot of times, some people see a negative in it.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.